Comment reads, how did you overcome the mental block and where do you train your voice? When were you confident enough to speak in your femme voice? Where do I voice train? I do everything myself. I don't specifically have anybody that I go to. I do it mostly whenever I'm just driving to work. I have between a 30-minute to an hour-long commute depending on how traffic is, so I have a lot of time just to sit there and mumble to myself, and I just talk. I feel like I just give TED Talks to nobody, and I adjust my pitch and tone and just do that. How did you overcome mental block? That was the hardest part ever. And a lot of my mental block specifically was in the fact that I didn't think I could actually have a high-pitched voice or like a higher voice than I had prior, and I was just going to be stuck to like the permanent deep voice like I had, a couple years ago. Like, I've known people that have deeper voices than me that have voice trained, but like that's different. That's not me. And the other thing was just like the time commitment. It felt like so much time to commit to it that's kind of whenever I realized that I don't have to sit there and actively train any specific time or like set a specific training time where I do for this hour to this hour. I can do it wherever I am / whenever I'm by myself if I want to. Which is kind of how I just ended up doing it on my commute to work. When were you confident to speak with your femme voice? Still working on that, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, I'm not made uncomfortable to speak with the voice on here on TikTok or with friends. It's not that I even feel uncomfortable with the voice. It's that it's something that I have to consciously remind myself to continue doing for right now because I'm still trying to train into it. I still catch myself a lot of times whenever I'm hanging out with friends or even like doing videos where I'll just sit here and I'll be talking and then I just like in the next take, just go back down to like a regular voice and like, bet. And then I have to like mentally correct myself to like, no, I'm actually doing femme voice. Train the voice as you're talking. You need to use the voice. Phone calls are still hell though, because sometimes it's kind of hit and miss. They'll sometimes ask, hey, we're looking for a Mr. Chris. Is they around? And other times they're like, Mr. Chris? On one hand, I'm like, fantastic. They don't realize it's me. Shit, I gotta let them know that it's actually me. And then I have to fight against the urge to drop down into the, yeah, so what you're gonna do is voice in like 5 minutes. It is a pain in the throat.